how he thought he got accepted, because they had to write an essay, they had to send in some pictures of things they'd done, and he said, I put on there that a little farm boy from Oakley country, if I got accepted, it would be a long trip to the Whtie House. And he thought, and he's also 6'3". He said, he said, I can do high things, and I'm not afraid of hard work. So I've been following this trip that they took, because they took my great nephew out of school. And last Sunday, in the home and garden section, there was an article. And this is Dan. Wow. And he made these ornaments. I asked him if they were allowed to bring any home, and he said no. I told him the only thing I wanted was a Whtie House ornament. So I'm looking forward to next weekend when we're all getting together to see his pictures. They were allowed to take pictures, but they weren't allowed to send them until they got back home. And then, so 2 days they worked on going through a warehouse and picking out what they wanted to use. They had a theme, but they also had some leeway with it. And it's going to be on Home and Garden channel 4 times, so watch your TV guide. I don't know when. I know one of them is next week at 9 o'clock, and he doesn't know whether he made the cut in any of the pictures or not. And so then I said, well, what did you do about meals? And he said, well, they sent us a boxed lunch from the Whtie House on the 2 days we were in the warehouse, and then the rest of the lunches they ate in one of the Whtie House dining rooms. And I just was enthralled with all these stories this guy had. And they divided them into teams of 12. They had 54 trees to do, and he did most of the garlands on above the doorways because he was tall. And he said somebody from another team was always grabbing him. And then on Wednesday, they finished on Tuesday. Wednesday they had the day free, and they were all the 58 volunteers were staying at the same hotel, so they could walk to the Whtie House. And then my niece went along, and she took their little boy sightseeing. But on the night of the reception, they had a reception on Wednesday night for all the volunteers, and Diane panicked because she couldn't find, they took Ethan and they couldn't find him. And here, Mrs. Obama had him, because he was the only little kid there. There were preteens and teenagers, and so she asked him how old he was and where he went to school. And he was so excited, he sent his teacher an email and said, I got to meet Mrs. Obama. Anyway, it's been a fun thing to follow, and as I say, I'm looking forward to next week.